I want to see this though. Resident Evil 1 Remake, first look. This was from January of this year. Oh, it's a fan game, Resident Evil 1 Remake. Again, because there's already a Resident Evil 1 Remake. But this is a remake, I guess. A remake.
Hey guys, JJ here, and have you ever wondered what a Resident Evil 1 remake would look like with today's graphics and an over-the-shoulder camera system?
Okay, so they updated the graphics, they updated the camera, and they updated Jill. Unfortunately, this strap right here, this thing right here is it's throwing me off a little bit. At least make it a rail shooter, like yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Rail shooter.
Similar to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, well, it looks like we get our first look with an all-new and ambitious upcoming Resident Evil 1 fan remake. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
I'm kind of liking the looks of this already.
From the same team that is currently developing the Resident Evil Code Veronica fan remake comes Resident Evil 1 Remake. This remake will feature a third-person camera system similar to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes with modern controls.
So already I'm liking it because the map of the layout of the mansion and the textures, they're all from the Resident Evil 1 remake already. They're just slightly enhanced with the newer graphics from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. And the zombies are from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 as well. So I'm really liking that.
Camera system similar to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes.
They're not going out of the way to make their own mansion. They're using what's there, but they're updating it to a higher standard. Because Resident Evil 1 remake came out a while ago. And, I mean, it was great, but they tried to stay true to the Resident Evil franchise, the Resident Evil series from the beginning, where you had fixed camera locations, and it did well in that regard. But I'm kind of curious what else they're going to do in this fan-made remake. But definitely the Resident Evil 1 could definitely use a graphic update to what's currently out there.
Controls. You will play as Jill Valentine moments before the STARS Alpha team is sent to investigate Bravo team's disappearance in the @𝙀𝙋𝘼𝙉 Mountains. Explore the halls of the rebuilt RPD before the outbreak occurs in Raccoon City.
Oh, that's really cool. You're at the police station before you head out. That's awesome.
As fellow officers go about their day. When you're ready to begin the game, head up to the RPD heliport to meet up with Brad Vickers and head out to the 𝙀𝙀𝘼 Mountains and unravel the secrets of the Spencer Mansion.
That's awesome. This is already well done. Like, this is really good. They go above and beyond the Resident Evil 1 remake. Like I said, Resident Evil 1 remake, the original, the first one. Now that might be a little bit confusing how I said that. The first remake of Resident Evil 1, like I said earlier, they stayed true to the term remake. They remade the game how everybody remembered it, but they added some new flair to it. Like, they added and changed a few puzzles. They added some new things to the game and changed a few features and a few looks, but they stayed as close to the original as they could, or as they wanted to, even to the point of having fixed camera camera viewpoints. But this one is going above and beyond by showing us what Jill was doing before she even left the police station. Like, we start off at the police station before we go to the mansion, which, I mean, that means that they got the police station from Resident Evil 2 or 3, or, either one. And it's part of the game, the mod. I don't know. That doesn't matter about that, but it looks really good.
Here's a few more details from the developer before we get into our first look at gameplay and the trailer for this upcoming project. Manage your inventory well. Getting more space is something that can be difficult. Find defense knives to quickly run away from a zombie about to bite you.
Are we going to have backpacks to increase our inventory as well? And I guess we're about to hear if the knives that we use to stop a zombie bite, does the knife disappear, or does it have it does have a durability limit, or is it going to be like infinite durability like in Resident Evil 3? I believe no. Resident Evil 3, you have an infinite durability knife, but I don't think you can use it to stab zombies anymore. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Use your flashlight whenever you want to be able to see in the dark areas, and you can turn it on and off as you wish. You can dodge the zombies and have a good number of weapons, but still survive the Spencer Mansion will be a challenge.
So we already saw right there, the inventory is the same as in Resident Evil 2 and 3. You have 8 slots. I don't know. They don't show if you can expand on it, though. Yeah. See.
Dodge the zombies and have a good number of weapons, but still survive the Spencer Mansion will be a challenge. Ammunition will be scarce and healing items as well. This project is being developed in parallel with the Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, so neither project slows down the other. It is expected to be released for free sometime in 2022. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and share it with your friends to help bring attention to this project. If you enjoy Resident Evil videos like this, consider subscribing. So with that, here's our first look at the Resident Evil 1 fan remake.
Alright, let's check this out. So they basically cleaned up the police station to make it look neat and lively before the so it's just like before the outbreak, which we never get to actually see. We only see post-outbreak. So she's in the STAR's office. That's the main hall with the giant statue, obviously. Let's see. They're using the Wesker and Brad from Resident Evil 1. It's weird not seeing a liquor down this hall. I actually don't know. Where is this location? Oh, that's the lion statue. Where? Okay, so I think that's pre-barricade. I think, like, I'm trying to think, where is this located at the moment? Like, where would this be located at now? So that's the stairway. Where is this? The lion statue. I could have swore the lion statue was at the top, like behind the big statue initially. Let me go back. Wait, it's a little bit different actually. So this is the police station. This is like the front door right here. This is the second floor hallway. Is this closer to the Resident Evil 2 mansion, or than the the OG Resident Evil 2 mansion? Let's see. Like that was Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake. No, this is Resident Evil 3 because the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remake mansion, because I'm starting to recognize a little bit more. I think this is just detail that I forgotten about. So that's where the ribbon. Sorry, that's where the typewriter would be and stuff like that. In the storage chest. Let's see. Still the STAR's office. Still the hallway outside the STAR's office. But I'm still trying to think, where is this? Because that's the lion statue. Is this the hallway towards the main hall? Because let me actually look it up real quick. Yeah, it is. It's out in the main hall. So, and it's got like crap all around it originally. But like on the screenshot I'm seeing, this hallway that Joe's walking down is barricaded. And I wonder why. Why was this hallway barricaded? I wish that we knew why it was barricaded. Because you can see the shutter is right here. Man, I want a VR port of the House of the Dead 2. It was so exciting to play when I was young. I never played it, but I know that that there's a fan base for it. I guess I should have just watched the rest of this part. I would have figured it out right then. All this freaking doing some alt-tabbing research just to have my answer if I just watched the rest of the video. I will just watch it. Did we miss what's his face? Why did I forget his name? Marvin. I wonder who's gonna do the voice acting for the characters in this mod. Wait a minute. Alright, that's a little disappointing. Yeah, this is a fan-made remake. They basically took models for Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 3 remakes, and they're basically updating the Resident Evil 1 remake. Because, here. This is what the Resident Evil 1 remake looks like normally. I'm just gonna mute it. So they remade a remake, yes. They're remaking a remake. But this is what the remake looks like right now, like originally. That's the even gosh dang it. So you can see they're sticking true even to whenever you go to pick up an item, like your character does this animation where they crouch down, game pauses, switches scenes to this, you look at your inventory, you only get 6 slots. There's no way to expand it, and looks like in the fan-made remake you're gonna get 8 slots. But they redid all of this basically. They're getting rid of all of this and replacing it with the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remake inventory system. But yeah, the remake fans love the Resident Evil fans. They love the games. I mean, I'm a Resident Evil fan, and like they want this they want the game to have a graphic update. This looks good still, but you can see right here pixelation, texture pixelation. But like when it comes to the background, like like the wallpaper here, this cage right here, the static images, the stuff that you can't move around, it looks great. But when it gets up close, this is what it looks like. It looks pixely and disgusting compared to today's standards. But the problem I just saw is that look at what happens when Jill's shooting. Oops. Not that. She shot right here. There's a bullet hole right here. but it's just a tiny bullet hole. And it, like, I'm not a big fan of just like when you shoot his. It makes sense to like for it to not bleed a whole lot, right? I mean, it's a dead person. There's no blood flow, I guess, with a zombie. The problem is that in Resident Evil 2 remake, whenever you shot a zombie, like you can blow off parts of the zombie. What am I thinking of? I can't remember what it's called. Like what the how to word it. Oh yeah, demo. Um, so shot the zombie in the head. There's a bullet hole. But look how big the bullet hole is right there. And let's see. See, like you see blood splatter all over the place. There's a bullet hole. The hat fell off. Puts another bullet in. More blood splatter. Another blood splatter. But in Resident Evil 2, you could dismember body parts, whether you shot them or use your knife to slice them. There's blood all over the place that like flies out of each part. Let's see, does he? Right there. There's look how big the wound is in this. How much blood there is. The fact that there's blood that splatters. The leg twitched because he shot it when he shot it again. He shoots the other leg. He's gonna shoot until it pops. Yep, see, popped off. Now compare that to this. Now it could just be because it's an early demo showing of it, because this video came out in January of this year, January 4th. So they could have fixed that, but like that little bullet hole right there with a little bit of blood around it. That's the one thing I'm concerned about. Like it has to look visually appealing whenever you shoot a zombie. Like it has to look good. Blood splattering, the hole is big, it's a big wound, and the thing that they took away in Resident Evil 3 remake is that they took away the dismembering of body parts whenever you're like shooting a zombie's arm or leg or head. In Resident Evil 3, you can only shoot the heads off, like if you shoot enough times or whatever. But they took away the arms and legs and torso. I think you could do torso in 2. So that's my main concern right there. But let's watch the rest of it.
Alright. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they would just use the voices from Resident Evil 1 Remake. They wouldn't have to do any actual voice acting. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about voice actors for the police station. That's why I brought it up. Who's going to do the voices for the police station? So he stabbed the zombie with the knife, and yeah. Kept that from Resident Evil 2.
Only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
That's the first zombie Jill ever sees. The iconic scene, are they going to show it?
Alright guys, that's gonna be it. This fan game looks incredible. Being able to explore the RPD as the fellow officers go about their day sounds fantastic, let alone the game being completely remade. I'm definitely looking forward to this project, and I'll continue to keep you guys updated. But now I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think of this Resident Evil 1 fan remake? Are you excited to explore the halls of the RPD? What do you think about the new perspective on gameplay? Would you like to see Capcom officially remake Resident Evil 1 again with today's graphics and controls? Let us know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and for more Resident Evil fan games, make sure to subscribe. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported.
Now, if you want my personal opinion about it, instead of just remaking the first couple of games, because they're clearly the favorites, right? My favorite is Resident Evil 3, then Resident Evil 2, then Resident Evil 1, in that order. Instead of just remaking them how we've already seen them, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I would like to see a VR version. I'd like to see a VR Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 remake. I want to be able to go into the character as, you know, playing as that character. I want to step into their shoes as that character, be able to move around and get scared shitless by a freaking zombie. Yeah, but I haven't played Resident Evil 4, and it's only for Quest 2 and newer headsets. I can't play it. But I want to play Resident Evil. And yeah, 7 was where they first introduced that. And the reason why they didn't do VR for Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil 8's VR is a freaking mod still. The reason why they didn't do it for 8 is because too many people were complaining about how scary 7 was in VR. So they're like, okay, we won't give you the option. It's like, leave it as an option. Let the people decide if they want to play it in VR or not. But I want to play Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 in VR. More like 2 and 3, though. I want to play it in VR. But maybe people would probably be... Capcom might be worried that people will just play with, like, Jill's boobs or, you know, Claire's boobs too much. That they won't progress in the story. But it would be great. Like, if they're not going to do a VR Resident Evil game, like another VR Resident Evil game in the first 3 games, they could at least do, like, what these guys are doing. Like, the fan remake, where you start off in the life before the zombie apocalypse hits, or you're like Jill before at the police station before she goes to the mansion. Do something like Leon before he leaves to go to Raccoon City, and then you get to do the whole scene with him going into that gas station and meeting Claire. Or same with Claire, like before she's going to Raccoon City. You know, you get the idea. Being able to play as the characters before they do what they do in the games that came out many, many years ago. I think it'd be great. I would like a VR game more, but I wouldn't mind having games made by Capcom where you get to live the life of these characters moments before the zombie apocalypse started. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that video just now. If you wouldn't mind clicking that like, subscribe, and the bell notification down below, really appreciate it. Also, be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Twitch.